Hello everyone, my name is Marinina Uy and today's topic is about men and masculinity. Men, so when we were talking about men, it is about a social constructed and ever-changing gender identity. Men learn appropriate gender rules in accordance to the masculine expectation of their given society. This means that from very early on boys get message on what it means to be a boy. Some psychological facts about men. So men see nightmares as disaster. Men wake up from nightmares in which they see large scale disaster. So for example is like floods, earthquakes, and wars with a feeling of horror. Interpersonal conflicts in nightmares occurs in women's dreams twice as often as in men's. So the second one is men bend over to pick up an object. So men are less likely to be restrained by clothing, so they can easily bend over. So sa atong mabantayan nakita mga babae is like daghan kitag pilian. Like for example, kanang sanina palang daan, daghan kitag choices bitakon sa tong gusto suoton. So kung sa lalaki, kung unsa lang ilang mahulbutan sa cabinet, mora jud to ilang suoton. Which is kanang dili bitaw libog sila sa ilaa. So the third one is men like women with a healthy weight. So men prefer slim women who look healthy. This means that men are attracted not by some mythical ideal of beauty of girls or girls of exclusively model appearance who weigh the same as a feather, but by women whose weight and growth are correlated normally. The next one is men are trying to attract the attention of a girl if they keep their thumbs on their belt. So when a man wants to show a woman that he is interested in her, he he involuntarily takes a pose that demonstrates that he is courageous and strong. Usually, a man holds his thumbs hooked to the belt of his pants. So, once nga, sa ko lang example aning men are trying to attract the attention of a girl is like, example, ang isa ka lalaki is na siya nagustuhan nga babae tapos dito biton niya ipakita sa yaang crush nga na siya interesado ana nga bayhana or like kana bitong kuan niya kanang buhaton niya ang tanan para sa isa ka girl maski kanang which is interested di siya na girl kanang crush na niya. So next one is men prefer compliments from other men. So a man receiving a compliment from other men, it will likely to be uh, perceived as something pleasant and increase his self-esteem. So once nga imong amigo mag-compliment sa imuha, so na makakuan jud imo ang kuan na kanang ganahan pud ba ka nga i-compliment ka sa imong amigo, di ba? So the next one is men are friends through their interest. Kani manggong mga lalaki kay dali ra gyud sila makakita og kanang makig-friends sa uban nga maski dili bitaw nila kailang nga tao, which is sapol ganahan sila kanang basketball. Makaistorya lang sila about anang basketball nga topic, which is parehas mo nga ganan mo ana nga dula. So dali ra jud mo magkasundo, di ba? So the next one is men eat twice as much when they are with women. Men do it in order to impress women. It might seem silly, but these are once again instincts. So sa nako kung nabantayan akong brother is kuan jud siya kanang kuan gabi mo kaon ba maski humanag kaon karon kay mukaon na pud unya tad murag makaingon ta nga gikuan mo guro ni siya kanang gigutom og ayo ngana bitaw. So dako gid kaon ang mga lalaki kaysa to ang mga babae. So, next one is men prefer looser cloth with age. So, sa garam gusto sa itong nakitaan karon ang kanang bitaw mga batan-on or sa manghod pa nato nga mga lalaki is ilang mga sinutan is fitting. Like kanang ilang, di ba, sa unang nga pants kay kuan man kanang buka ka sila ang legs. So, karon kay pinafit na. Kanang bitang murag igangan kag tan-aw sila ha. So, many young guys wear tight pants or short, although perhaps it is not so comfortable. So, with age, the desire to be fashionable is replaced by the desire to wear comfortable things. Therefore, men often switch to a looser cut of pants or shorts. So, para sa tuwang mga papa ron nga ang ilang sinutan kay is kanang loose kaayo. Ako pod ganahan pud ko mga sanina nga loose kay comfortable man gud siya. So the next one is the lifestyle of a man largely depends on IQ. Scientists believe that a higher level of intelligence leads to a healthier lifestyle. So the next one is men lie twice as often as women. Lo ngano kaha nga ang men maglayo sila og twice kaysa ato ang mga babae. So the average man lies to his colleagues, boss, or partner 6 times a day, while women only do it about 3 times a day. So, bitaw para sa kuha, kani bitaw nga psychological facts kaning men lie twice as often as women is like depende ra gyud na sa tao kung mamakak sila or dili, di ba? It turned out that men lie twice as often as women. And the most common lying phrase is sagara nga ingon sa mga laki is it's okay and I'm fine. So pero sa babae kay maski di sila okay kay mingon ra gyapon okay no. Child. So next one is men stare at women for almost a year of their life. So a man spend about 43 minutes a day looking at 10 different women. Men spend 11 months and 11 days admiring girls. So women in their turn look at men only for 20 minutes a day between the ages of 18 and 50. They spend only 6 months on this activity. So next is masculinity. Masculinities were referring to behavior and culture associated with men and the different ways of being a man. So masculinity, also called manhood or manliness, is a set of attributes, behaviors, and rules associated with boys and men. It is distinct from the definition of the biological male sex, as both males and females can exhibit masculinity traits. So the next one is 4 categories of masculinity. So the first one is hegemonic masculinity. So ang hegemonic is defined as a practice that legitimizes man's dominant position in society and justifies the subordination of the common male population and women and other marginalized ways of being a man. So ang example ani niya is include strength, competitiveness, assertiveness, confidence, and independence. Being gentle, compassionate, emotional, and dependent is, for example, are characteristic of hegemonic, hegemonic femininity. Femininity. So the second one is subordination. Subordination is like it's a form of masculinity in which a person lacks many of the qualities of hegemonic masculinity while also expressing qualities opposite to hegemonic masculinity. So, for example, aning subordination is it may involve acting in a feminine way, being overly emotional, or not being heterosexual. So the third one is complicit. Complicit refers to a man who admires or does not challenge hegemonic masculinity even if he doesn't fit within that category. So, ang example ani is respectful men who do not participate in household labor. So, the last one is marginalized masculinity. Marginalized refers to a lack of characteristics that allow one to conform to hegemonic masculinity, like being non-white. So, example niya is man of color. The next one is qualities of masculinity. So, na strength, courage, independence, and assertiveness. So, ang assertiveness is napodira imo ang self-confidence. Next one is healthy masculinity. Means being honest with oneself about your own feelings, needs, and desires. It also means treating all others with the kindness and respect that you deserve. Healthy masculinity means not using your size, strength, or power to get what you want from others. Healthy masculinity also allows men to accept their bodies even if they, they are not perfectly muscular and sculpted. Second one is treat women and girls with the same thoughtfulness with which they like to be treated. So, kung kami nga babae, respetuhan nimo asa ikaw nga lalaki. So, kami po nga babae, respetuhan po ka namo. Kanang kon lang ba? Balos-balos lang bitaw ang kuan kanang pagka good way. So, use their privilege as men to advocate for women and others. Create and maintain friendship, develop as emotional available caretakers and parents to both boys and girls. Accept the anger is no excuse for violence or abuse. Experience and enjoy touch and affection with other men. The last one is create instead of destroy. So the next one is toxic masculinity. So toxic masculinity is those defined by adherence to traditional male gender roles that consequently stigmatize and limit the emotion boys and men may comfortably express while elevating other emotions such as anger. So, subtle sign of toxic masculinity depicted by men in a relationship is that toxic masculinity in relationship. They must control their emotions. They must always win an argument. Being a man, they are more prone to anger and violence. They must always protect and take care of their parents. Men must regularly shower their women with gifts and accessories, evading arguments by saying it's a guy thing. How to fight toxic masculinity? So the first one is suffer pain in silence, have no needs, never lose, show no emotion other than bravado or rage. Don't depend on anyone. Don't do anything that could be constructed as weakness. And last one is never snitch. That would be all. Thank you for listening.